Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's your buddy Mikey here, SD Fish and Sips. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another San Diego, Southern California video fish report. Coming to the end of July now. It's the 25th of July 2021 and I've been fishing hard non-stop, getting action off of the solo skiff, getting action off of the sport boats, chasing the tuna, chasing the yellowtail, chasing the barracuda, doing a little bit of everything. Life is good. Sitting here and I'm reflecting on, since I last updated you all on what's going on with the fishing here in San Diego, and I was down at H&M Landing meeting up with Sea Adventure 80, Captain Mike and Captain Rob. They gave me the inside scoop on the tuna getting close to La Jolla. So I went out there on the solo skiff, went chasing the tuna, out with the fleet, about 16, 20 miles out. Ran into Alfredo out there. He gave me the inside scoop on getting a bluefin on the cedar plug. Seems like that's been a ticket this year for some people. They've been trolling the cedar plug and they've been getting tuna that way.
There it is.
So I threw on the cedar plug and I was trolling around out there with the fleet. Then I ran into my buddy Nam and he was out there on Freedom Boat Club fishing live bait, and he ended up getting 5 on the live bait. There's 3 people on his boat, 2's the limit each day, and they picked up 5. They were fishing 30-pound fluorocarbon leader, and they were able to get them to bite. I didn't have any live bait, so unfortunately I wasn't able to do it. I ran into another boat out there, Dr. Sick. Thanks for stopping by, hooked me up with the water. They said that they got one, I believe it was on live bait, and it was kind of tough pickings out there. I wasn't able to get it. So it was the next day, it was back on the Grady White with Mr. Shane. And we were doing our thing on the Grady White. Shane loves to fish those surface irons. So we were throwing the surface irons, Tatty 45, white and mint color, in the morning time there in La Jolla, picking up some barracuda. Had a lot of fun, getting a little bit of practice in throwing the surface irons at the barracuda, and then it was on to chase the tuna out in the same grounds that we were at the day before, kind of the 178, 16, 20 miles off of La Jolla, a little bit north. We were out there with the fleet chasing the tuna. They started coming up in the afternoon, about high noon. They started showing themselves, and then they dip out, dip under anytime we got close to them. Other boats got close to them. We just stayed with it all day, kept going hard, kept going hard. Then finally, time came in the evening time. We were making our way back into La Jolla, about 4:30. Birds blew up, boils came around, big foamers, threw into it. Tail snagged one of them, landed a nice 60 to 70 pound tuna out there in La Jolla. So I'm so stoked as it can be on that fish. That's a very special fish from a very special place for me. So I couldn't be happier. That was last Friday, making it happen. Then I took Saturday, Sunday off to recharge the batteries before going out on Monday on the Malahini sport fishing boat for a full day trip. We made our way down south because the yellowfin tuna and the dorado are starting to show up. So the name of the game there on the Malahini was kelp patties. We were fishing live bait sardines on the kelp patties, nose hooking fly line bait. Some guys were throwing irons, fishing syndicate, got one on the iron. That was cool to see. And then I was able to get a yellowfin tuna and a yellowtail on the live bait. Was using the spinner setup. I've been really enjoying using this Shimano bait runner spinner. It's got the clicker on it to let it take line out when you're fishing the live bait. Was able to nab a couple fish, had a good time with that. They also ended up getting a yellowfin, trolling the cedar plug. They got a yellowfin tuna and a yellowtail with the cedar plug on the troll. So it's good to see that the cedar plug is producing, live bait is producing, and that was on. So Wednesday while I was working on my movie, Shane gives me a call and says that he's seen the foamers out here off La Jolla Canyon, upper 9 Mile Bank, that area there. They all seem to be right in here at the time, so I went out chasing them in the evening time. Unfortunately, like it goes when you're chasing the bite, I never saw them, never got to them. I fished into the evening time, into the nighttime out there in the kelp, trying for a white sea bass. There's still a lot of barracuda around. New Seaforth was out there fishing their twilight, doing their thing. I fished in the nighttime, got no hookups, no nothing. That was Wednesday. Then Thursday, working back on the movies, doing my thing, doing the grind before getting back at it on Friday. We were looking for the same zone, thinking the tuna were still in here, but they had moved a little bit out towards the ridge out here and the 182. They were in the canyon area. They're out by the 182. And we came across them about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Started seeing them jumping, feeding, foaming, doing their thing. So we started chasing them and casting. Started off with the surface iron with them. Then we switched it up to the stick baits. I was throwing a little small Cold Sniper 40 gram on my spinning setup for him. And Shane ended up nabbing one on the stick bait on the Nomad Riptide. He got a nice, probably 30-pound bluefin on the stick bait. I was able to stick the gaff shot in the head of it, preserve the meat so it was all good for sushi. And that was Friday, successful mission on Friday. Lost one other hookup on the popper. That's how it goes. Saturday took it off, and then today, Sunday afternoon, I'm sitting here getting ready to go back out on a sport fishing boat, going on an overnight trip on the Producer. So the name of the game on the Producer should be kelp patty fishing. We're gonna head down south to Mexico. A lot of the fish, I think it's over here at this upper finger bank or down in this canyon area. Fishing the 425 before, but looking for kelp patties in this zone. I'm not too sure. The producer, Captain Frankie, he's gonna put us on the fish. So that's it for me. Mikey here, SD Fish and Sips, signing off with another video fish report. Tight lines, fish hard, everybody. Get them. This is the summer to remember, 2021. All-time legendary times out there. Get in the water, go out there, fish hard, troll hard. SD Fish and Sips. You.